A new surprise update for No Man's Sky just dropped in our later 2020 lives because we needed this. Absolutely every one of us needed this. Some cool new customization stuff and a reason to return to the darkest corners of the galaxy. Find out why this is great news right here in the LZ. Fellow travelers, welcome back to the LZ. So good to see you. And absolutely out of nowhere, like Sean and company at Hello Games tend to do, dropping an update out of nowhere called the No Man's Sky Halloween Update. I sort of suspected that we might see something tiny like this, so it's always good to get new stuff from the team. Before we go any further, last week I did a comprehensive thought video on what a next-gen update will look like for No Man's Sky. I'll put it up at the cards and, of course, at the end of the video as well. Check that out if you haven't already. And I look forward to talking more about next-gen updates for No Man's Sky because maybe Sean Murray and Hello Games are looking at that as well. More on that here in a moment. Now, of course, adding a few more customization options, which of course is absolutely free for No Man's Sky, which is pretty much every update. If you follow me here on the channel, you know that one of my favorite updates from the 2020 line of No Man's Sky free updates was the Desolation update, where Hello Games added derelict freighters that you could explore. Everything is sort of like Dead Space / Metroid Prime-ish, which I thought was one of the best updates, and really what I think should be the standard for each update going forward. But one of my complaints about this update was that it just was a little too easy. It deserved a little bit of a challenge, and with this Halloween update, that's predominantly one of the features that they fixed. Thank goodness. More appropriately, derelict freighters have been rebalanced for increased challenge. Lower temperatures are more extreme, security systems are tougher and more efficient at locating intruders, aliens are more aggressive, and all hostile life forms are more difficult to defeat. These procedurally generated freighters are absolutely fun, but they do kind of wear out their welcome after about maybe half a dozen to a dozen ones that you land on, simply because there really wasn't a challenge before. So I'm happy to report that they're adding some new challenge to these freighters because I absolutely want to be freaked out the moment I round corners in this place, so I'm super excited for this part of the update. Now, of course, while that's the meaty part of the update, one thing stuck out to me as usual for any real development updates coming from Hello Games is pretty much the final sentence before they get into the patch notes. Sean Murray ends this particular article with a pretty fascinating sentence saying, "This year has been so busy for No Man's Sky with the release of 5 major updates, including the massive Origins they just launched. So we hope this Halloween update comes as a nice surprise. We're not quite done with this year yet and should have a bit more news to announce very soon." Now, one other thing that's absolutely happening very soon, as I'm doing finger quotes with my fingers, is the upcoming launch of the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. And I think a lot of us are curious, particularly those that are considering buying in on one or both of these next-generation consoles, exactly how No Man's Sky is going to run on these particular platforms. In my No Man's Sky next-gen update video, I talked about a lot of possibilities there that I think you should check out if you're curious as well, but maybe that could be the next piece of information, and maybe the next update that we get is catering to the needs of these particular platforms. Good luck to those of you who are still trying to pre-order one. I know I am. May the odds ever be in your favor. But tell me what you think of the new Halloween update. What are your hopes for the next-gen updates for next platform? Or what do you think that Hello Games can put in No Man's Sky next that would keep you engaged and happy with No Man's Sky? And if this was educational to your No Man's Sky experience, please do crack that like button on the channel and pop a comment down below and subscribe to the LZ for more. See you later.